And the police state ends with me. We made it one more day. I'm going to talk pretty darn fast today as there's a lot of information to cover, so here we go. If you haven't had a chance to read the recent posts I've made on the Police State Ends With Me Facebook page about a friend of the Bartlesville police, in fact a friend of the very lying Bartlesville police officer that headed up the raid on my home and breaches of my civil and human rights and all the thefts involved against me by the corrupt roaming gang of armed robbers known as the Bartlesville police, then I'll read the Facebook post exchange now. Please see the first item in the description below. It reads, if you look at the comments in the article, you will see a comment from a friend of the Bartlesville police commenting about me and my response. I've been getting a lot of these lately, the Bartlesville police sending their friends to my house to harass and threaten me, along with comments from their friends and family and such. I thought it appropriate to start posting these on my page occasionally. While I have no problem with anyone posting a comment to me, as I believe completely in the First Amendment, I find it really strange for a government agency such as the Bartlesville police that is supposedly investigating me to be sending their friends and family out to do their bidding. Really odd behavior from the Bartlesville police, but then they are nothing more than criminals and a roaming gang of armed robbers. I suppose I should expect this weird behavior. Then if you click on the second article down in the description below, or not article, but an item, down in the description below, it will go into the original posts. Please note that this article is a Tulsa World Facebook page, was about corruption in another town near mine. The comment reads, the police state ends with me, I wrote. That's pretty bad, but if you want to really see really bad, things like city officials using police to go after candidates for city council and such, then investigate Bartlesville. Then you can see a reply from a man named Cody Mead. And he states, oh, you again, the loon that receives near 0 likes or comments on his "the police are attacking us" page. It's odd they haven't ever bothered me. That's the end of his statement. Then you can see my reply to him. Cody Mead, of course they don't bother you. You are friends with them. Instead, they spend their time going after innocent people at the behest of James Phillips Medical Center that are innocent people that are running for city council. A person that has never been in trouble in their life and has done absolutely nothing, tears their house apart and steals from them, stealing as well as stealing security camera video of me catching them criminally trespassing and stealing on my property. The Bartlesville police are nothing but thieves and a roaming gang of armed robbers. They keep sending their friends and family out to do their bidding too. Very inappropriate for a government organization. You should watch my videos, then come back and talk about your position. Going on a year now, how could anyone believe what is happening is anything but corruption? There is real corruption, a real corruption problem, and I will not be quiet about it. Now that comment from this Cody Mead in itself isn't so awful. It's just a feather added to the 1-ton mound of feathers already on my back. But the big deal is if you click on his Facebook page and look at his friends, they include many police, Washington County of Oklahoma Sheriff officers, Bartlesville Police 911 dispatchers, Bartlesville police officers, and even the lying Bartlesville police officer that headed up the raid on my home and breaches civil and human rights on me, and the thefts involved against me by the corrupt roaming gang of armed robbers known as the Bartlesville police. If you see the public record warrant, you'll see it is signed by Officer Anthony Lynn, and that is spelled L-E-I-N. And if you plug that into this Cody Mead's friends search, you'll see that officer in his friends list. Now, I've talked about this before, about Bartlesville police using friends and family, even coming to my house and physically threatening me and driving on my yard all the way back to my house and running into a post attached to my house. These people are so bold as they know they can just get away with anything. They are psychopaths. I then placed a comment on the City of Bartlesville government Facebook page, the first comment I ever put there, as I just is it just needs to start being known what continues to this day, going on a year. Terrible behaviors by the Bartlesville police, even using their friends and family to harass me. See item 3 in the description below for details of this, as the Bartlesville police deleted, or rather the City of Bartlesville Facebook page deleted my post, and I had to try to repost. It reads, here's a post I put on the City of Bartlesville Facebook page after they blocked me from posting as the police state ends with me. So the person running this page takes the citizens' tax dollars, puts up a pro-City of Bartlesville government page, while taking tax dollars as a salary, then refuses to allow the First Amendment freedom of speech by blocking dissenting views. You should be ashamed to be removing my post from the police state ends with me. The corruption in the City of Bartlesville and Bartlesville police is just astonishing. Now, if I'm going too fast or I'm not speaking well, all these things are on my Facebook page. If you just look at a few of the comments, you'll be able to read what I'm reading to you. Now, I actually only made one post ever on their page when they deleted it, and this is that post. If you look at the comments in this article, that Tulsa World article, you will see a comment from a friend of the Bartlesville police commenting about me and my response. Now, I've already read this, so I'm not going to reread it to you. You can also see my last post that may still be up on the Bartlesville City government page, and that's down in the description as well. My post from my personal account reads, and I've already read that too, so the person running this page takes the citizens' money and so forth, so I've already read that to you as well. Now, mind you, the Police State Ends With Me Facebook page is in no way an anonymous complaint page, as my picture is on it, and since the very first second that page existed, I announced on camera in the very first post to that page my name and where I live. It's not like I'm hiding behind the Police State Ends With Me as some anonymous complainer. I've been completely open about who owns that page. Now, there's no reason to delete my post from a government-run page that is funded by my and other citizens' tax dollars. That is against the First Amendment and very fascist. But what should you expect from the Bartlesville, Oklahoma, the city, and the Bartlesville police farce? Now, their reply, which I got this morning, City of Bartlesville government replies, per the City of Bartlesville's social media policy, a previous comment posted by the Police State Ends With Me was removed. Now here's my reply. It serves the City of Bartlesville well to censor what is going on with this corrupt Bartlesville Police Department and the cover-up all the way to the City Council. Word is getting out though, and light will be shown upon this no matter how many times you try to cover it up or write a policy that says you can cover it up and feel like you're just following policy. You take all of our tax dollars, then censor speech to cover up government corruption. Shame on you. I intend for this to be my last post to this site, as they will likely take it down anyway. Now, it appears the City of Bartlesville Facebook page has taken down their post that I just read to you now, and allowed my original post from the Police State Ends With Me to be posted. So you should be able to go back out to that page now and see all of it, except for their post, which they deleted. Now, I'm not going to talk about every petty thing that friends and family of the corrupt, roaming gang of armed robbers known as the Bartlesville police do. But I will occasionally talk about these people that can do anything they want and get away with it. They can get away with bothering me to no end at the behest of the Bartlesville police as they continue to try to cover up their illegal acts and behave as nothing more than a terrorizing army in the small town of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Shame on them and their friends and family. They're behaving like psychopaths. And again, if I jumped around too much or spoke too fast here, you can read this on my Facebook page. But the gist of it is that I had a taunting comment from a friend of the Bartlesville police that is friends with even the people that raided my home illegally. And as that's just another weight on my back, a feather in the 1 ton, counting the 1 ton weight on my back, just add another feather to that. I posted it to the government Facebook page for the city of Bartlesville so that they'll know this is going on. This can't be going on. You can't be sending your friends and family out to taunt me, or worse, like that time they come to the house and run into post attached to the house and tear up my yard and threaten me physically. I mean, you can do whatever you want, I guess, because you're going to get away with it, but it's insane. It's sociopathic. It's psychopathic. This is so out of control. It's insane. So, I know I'm upset today and I'm jumping around, so again, you can read these posts on my Facebook page, but the gist is I posted that to the government page then, and then they deleted it. And then we went back and forth a couple of times, them trying to rationalize deleting that post, and then they apparently put it back up. Now, again, you can go back and look at the video of my complaint to the Bartlesville City Council. I didn't just start making these comments on Facebook, build this Facebook page, YouTube page, and all these videos, just jump out there and start blathering my mouth off. I complained appropriately in writing and in an in-person meeting with my city council member, as well as in writing and on the phone with the FBI, as well as I made an official complaint to the Bartlesville Police Department and to the EEOC and the Office for Civil Rights and you just name it, everywhere. The ACLU of Oklahoma, who doesn't return my calls or my emails or posts. No one will address this issue. But don't think for a second I'm just some guy that jumped out there and started blathering his mouth. I went through all the appropriate channels quietly and directly with those individuals, and then waited months before I finally said, it's got to go to the streets now. This is too much. I was forced to make this Facebook page and YouTube videos. Forced. No one will do anything. These people are corrupt to the core, and they're fascist, and they're tearing my house apart. Now, you can go back and watch all the videos. I'll stop at this point. And I want to point out again, quickly, that I know what I'm going through. I mean, what I'm going through is awful and completely unacceptable and unlivable, but I believe it is about 1% what minorities are going through in this corrupt police state and the minority communities. I don't pretend that what I'm going through it even remotely matches what minorities are going through. And you're tougher than me. I don't know how you stand it. But I tell you this, even what I'm going through is too much. And it must stop. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.